Hello and welcome back to the channel on this Jurassic Park 3 Jurassic World Evolution 2 park build. That's a mouthful, but anyway, let's get straight into things. I'm starting on this enclosure here, which will house some herbivores, which you'll see later on, and probably in the thumbnail. Well, definitely in the thumbnail, I've already made it. But yeah, I'm just building this enclosure here. I'm trying to match the one on the left, and I like using these like sharp edges, because it makes things look neater and it makes you like you're able to like fit things into more spaces when you like have the flat edges, which I quite like. Also placing some more buildings, so we put a restroom there near the control center, and we're putting a drink stand here. My idea behind this was it to be a bar, so they could overlook the dinosaurs while they're having a drink, because that's quite a nice view way of having a drink, I think. But anyway, back to this enclosure. I'm building this pathway here. I'll turn it into a seating area, so like people can sit and have their lunch, dinner, whatever, looking at the dinosaurs, which I'm putting in here. I'm sorting out the path there because it went a bit skew with. Here we go, placing in some of the parasols, like tables. These are probably one of my favourite decorative items in this game. So much better than anything you got in your last game. Plus these planters, they're actually really handy as well, so putting some of them down. I decided to remove the bottom ones that were closest to the main path because I thought they looked quite ugly. Yeah, there we go. And I made yeah, a bit closer, so that's like more enclosed. Placing those little planters there just to round the edges off. Then I put some lights here just to, you know, more detail. Right, so let's get to work on this exhibit. I started by making a small incline, so then like the people sitting at the tables there could look over at the watering hole. Oh, I'm sorting out the shop here, or the amenity, the drink thing. There we go, got some seats and tables at the top overlooking the enclosure, which is nice. Putting the herbivore marker here just to signify that herbivores live in this exhibit. Oh yeah, placing more tables. Yeah, I'm very chaotic when I'm building. I start one thing, then do another when I see something, so there'll be a lot of that. Yeah, back to work on this exhibit, building a little hill in the background. Then I start work on this little dip here, and I had an idea to make it like a dried up lake, if that makes sense. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So yeah, I feel, well no, I flattened this off actually, yeah. Yeah, so I flattened it off and placed some dirt, so it looks like there used to be a river running through there, which I really liked actually. I think that looked really neat. Yeah, placing all the shrubbery and trees now, just making the exhibit more lively. And I start placing textures in a bit to make it a bit more exciting to look at. Also, another little handy tip: if you get the grass tool and just gently tap A, or whatever you do, if you have the computer version or the other version, just tap the button that you use to place it, just gently over the things, and it makes it blend a bit. Not like brilliantly, but it looks a lot better than it does. Then I start placing all the rocks and stuff. I placed that little rock thing in the middle there. I think that looked quite nice. Then I start placing all the food items for the dinosaurs, yeah. Well, actually no, that was just a regular shrubbery. Never mind, forget what I said there. Oh, this bit annoyed me. I was building the paths and they didn't properly line up with like the fences. They weren't completely symmetrical, and that really annoyed me, so I just decided to build them close to the control centre instead. Then I got to work on decorating the main street. I actually quite like what I did here. I started placing like different signs. I don't know, they'd probably give you probably just regular signs, banners advertising different features of the park and stuff. Then placing some Spinosaurus skulls there, foreshadowing something in the future. I mean, I haven't built a Spinosaurus exhibit yet, but it's got to be in here if it's a Jurassic Park 3 park. It'd be crazy not to. More rock work there. Just make things more, give things a bit more depth. Then I realised that it was pretty much done, apart from the ranger post. Then I got to work on... wait, oh no, placing a fence. Yeah, then I got to work on creating dinosaurs. In this exhibit, I decided on Coryphosaurus and Dryosaurus. Coryphosaurus, I don't really use it, but after making this exhibit, I was actually like, that's actually quite a good looking dinosaur. Like, here we go, we're going to get a better view of it here. It looks so much better than it did in the last game. It's got like more pattern around like the cheeks and stuff. It didn't have that in the last game. Yeah, definitely one of my favourite hadrosaurs.
This is Owen Grady.
That's not Owen Grady, that's a Coryphosaurus.
Specializes in training velociraptors, which means that he's a little... what's the word I'm looking for?
Right, so just getting them in their enclosure now, just transporting them. This is all the boring stuff. I do get to work on something in a minute, I think. Right, so this is where I started creating the Dryosaurus. I felt like since it was I've used Operation Genesis dinosaurs so far, apart from the Crictosaurus, we'll excuse that. I wanted a Dryosaurus because I used to love them in Operation Genesis. You could like have them run around with the guests, and I really liked this skin pattern actually. It was like purple with like the blue striping spot pattern, and like the orange like mask that looks like a mask it has on its eyes. I really like that. Yeah, probably one of my favourite skins in on the Dryosaurus.
It's called Dryosaurus. Before our research, there was no...
It's probably one of my favourite small dinosaurs as well. Probably my favourite of the small dinosaurs. There we go, just some Coryphosaurus in there. I'll get a proper view of them at the end and stuff. Oh, going into capture mode here, just showing the view. Right, so this is where I started work on the backstage area a bit more. This bit annoyed me as well, because I couldn't place a path through that little gap there, even though there was a path running through there. But then I decided that it'd look better if I connected the path to the existing one. And I built this little fence area, just to make it look a bit more secure. Then I got to work and placed some of the DFW buildings, the emergency shelter and the restroom, because they're more like cheap looking and scientific. So it suits this area more because the guests won't be coming up here. Then I built another seating area just here, just for a bit of extra space for the workers. Using the planters and stuff, I really do like them. They need to have individual placeable fences. That'd be so cool. Like sort of like Planet Coaster fences, if that makes sense. Instead of just the existing Jurassic World ones. Like the dinosaur fences, like, if you get what I mean. Right, so back into normal time here, just showing you what I've done with the restroom, the emergency shelter. And it's quite a nice looking area. I've got the hatchery right in the centre. So that's like the centre of operations of this area. And I think it looks really good. It's like quite square, it fits in nicely. Nice and tucked away, right at the end of the park. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice. Right, so back to this enclosure. I'm just going to show you the dinosaurs now in real time. We have our Dryosaurus here having a little drink. These ones all herding near the fence where it doesn't look very nice where it's all blank, but I'll get to work on that area maybe in the next episode. I'm not sure what to do next. If you have any suggestions, just let me know. I'll make sure to put them in this park. I really do like the Coryphosaurus in this game actually. Yeah, I wanted to get a shot of this one in the sun so you can see all the colours properly. And then you get this view here. I think it's a really good view actually for one of my galleries. You've got the hill in the background, all the rocks around. Very natural looking. Then I realised that the Dryosauruses were a bit lonely, so I made a couple more. And by a couple I mean about, I think it's about 4 or 5 or something. Yeah, 5. Just get them all moved over.
Transporting asset.
Alright, so this is where I show you a little like walkthrough of like what it would look like at a person's height. So you've got that big visitor centre in the background, all the things down the middle, look really nice. This seating area here, all tucked away down the side, and you can have a little look into the enclosure while you're having your lunch. That looks really good actually, if I say so myself.
Asset transit.
Then you walk over this area here to the Ankylosaurus enclosure. I mean, that's not as close to the fence, but then you've got the viewing gallery there, so it doesn't really matter. I might even build a like little seating area up right there where I just aimed the cursor. And there's the viewing, the control centre with the Spinosaurus skulls out the front. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice so far. Then we go back to our enclosure and have a look at the dinosaurs for one last time. Here we have a Jeep which is absolutely idiotic and just drives straight into a Dryosaurus and then goes flying backwards. Don't know how he got hired. Oh no, we've got a little social animation of the Dryosaurus. I love that. So good, these animations. Absolutely love it. Such a good job by Frontier. Incredible stuff. Got them all running around, all panicky. Really good dinosaur actually, the Dryosaurus. I hardly use it, but it's just so good. You got all our Coryphosaurus herding around these trees here, all hiding away. That one just poking out of the bush there. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up this video. So I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I did making it. Of course, if you have any suggestions, just leave it in the comments. Any dinosaurs, ideas, just put them down in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. And thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.